Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to give you your March 2016 general readings. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week with an additional card as your overall theme and general feeling of the month. As I always say, these are general readings, so if they don't apply or resonate the same with everyone who watches, I suggest you also check out your rising and your moon sign. Thank you to those of you who continue to reach out to me for personal readings. It is always an honor and a pleasure to read for you. I remember each and every one of you, and thank you for allowing me the opportunity to do that. And thank you to those of you who continue to watch and listen and subscribe to my channel. The feedback that you give me is very welcome and always so very positive and fascinating, both what I get through my channel itself and through email. I don't always have the chance to respond to each of them personally, although I do try, but I read every single one of them, so please keep those up. And for those of you who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage, and that'll give you a little more detail about myself and what I do, and my contact information, which is Maggie, the number 1, McGuire at gmail.com. So let's get into this reading. This is for Aries, March 2016. Aries, March 2016. What does March hold for the Rams? Aries, March 2016. Okay, we begin the month with the 3 of Cups, followed by the 2 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, followed by the Queen of Pentacles, the Star card, followed by the 6 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess, followed by the Ace of Cups. And as your overall general theme and feeling of the month, your crowning card from the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. Wow, Aries, I can see right off that this looks like a month about love and emotions. For some of you, this may represent, I think, a spiritual journey, but the majority of you, this looks like love. So again, if it's not going to resonate for those of you looking specifically for money and finances, we can apply the same energy, but I would suggest you check, again, your rising and your moon sign. So let's take a look, Aries. Okay, let's begin. We start with the 3 of Cups, Cups being that element of water, and Cups is a suit that points towards our emotions, to love, relationships, our emotional atmosphere and landscape, both inside and outside, and how we relate to ourselves and the people in the world around us and the people that we are in relationship to. The 3 of Cups is primarily a card about celebration. There's a strong social aspect to this card. You can see that there are 3 women dressed in beautiful, colorful gowns, waving their colorful banners in the air above 3 goblets, which are overflowing into each other. It's a very happy, merry sort of card, and it really just points to celebration. It points to taking pleasure in the things around you, both the small things and the large things. This card also represents spending time with people in whose company you feel very comfortable and appreciated and you just have a good time with. It's a card about having fun, about celebrating something in specifically if some of you are going into March, ending February and going into March, celebrating a specific event or a specific union. And again, there's a strong social aspect to this card too. You may just be going through an increase of energy in your social atmosphere right now, Aries. But however it resonates for you, it looks like a beautiful way to enter March. Now, the 3 of Cups is accompanied by the 2 of Cups. Again, that suit about love, emotions, how we relate to the people around us. And the 2 of Cups is often referred to as the soulmate card. And because of the flow of this reading, this looks very specifically oriented towards love and relationships this month for you. The 2 of Cups can also, in representation to business and finance and the more pentacle, tangible kind of world, this energy can also be applied towards just a union, a really good union of some kind. But again, I think I'm primarily getting love and relationship energy off of this. So the Two of Cups, the soulmate card, speaks of a divine union, a very blessed union, and the kind that goes beyond just the physical chemical attraction that can happen initially when meeting somebody. This is a card that points to a relationship that's about the meeting of the mind, the meeting of the heart, the soul, the spirit, the body, common goals, common interests, common belief system. As you can see evidenced by this couple whose heads are above these beautiful goblets, and they're connected by this divine light that encircles them. And the Two of Cups again is about it's about that soulmate. And for some of you, when I say love and relationships, it doesn't necessarily have to be the intimate kind of love, romance, sexual intimacy kind of relationship. This can just point to someone that it's about a true unconditional love, and again, a meeting of the mind, heart, and soul. It speaks of, I just get the image of interlocking, interwoven pieces, puzzle pieces fitting perfectly together. And I think Aries, in terms of this coupling of cards together, as we're headed into March for you, it looks like you are celebrating, you are coming to a point. For some of you, this is going to resonate as meeting someone new or somebody new coming into your sphere that looks like it has the potential to be that soulmate kind of connection, because at the end of the month, we also have this High Priestess and Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups representing new love. It can also represent the renewal of love in a currently established relationship. And because you also have the crowning card of the Page of Cups, I think you're kind of coming to terms with love this month, a new definition, a new meaning, perhaps the embracing of what love really means to you. And it looks to be, with this coupling of cards, a very, very celebratory sort of thing. It's almost as if I feel as, for some of you, I think this is going to resonate as meeting somebody new love coming into your life that has the potential. There's a very strong, almost karmic connection from the very beginning, and it could be someone, because of this Three of Cups, that you meet at some kind of social venue, at a club or at a party or some kind of social event, where you end up meeting someone that feels right from the very beginning like it's a karmic connection. For those of you in an already established relationship, and for some reason I feel like this is the larger portion of you. There's something about love this month. It's almost as if you're just coming to a new understanding, a new grasping of love. Like you're just embracing the fact that maybe those of you who are coming from a position of past hurts and negative experiences in relationships, you've gotten to the point where you feel perhaps a little jaded or cynical about love, or just a bit kind of blasé about it. And it's almost as if you've woken up to the possibility, because of someone in your life, um, of what love really is, that it really can exist in its truest and most unconditional soulmate kind of form, which is really truly beautiful. And I feel very strongly that for the larger portion of you, that's what it's about. Again, whether it's somebody new coming in or a currently established relationship, it almost feels like the concept of love itself, of what real unconditional true love is something that all of a sudden you're seeing almost with new eyes, with fresh eyes. You're having a new perspective on love, and it just feels very wonderful. There's a very celebratory feeling about it. So what a wonderful way to begin March, Aries. Now, I'm almost getting it, and again, you have that Page of Cups as your crowning card. It's almost as if you're learning about love for the first time, what it really, really is, no matter the age. So, following that beautiful coupling of cards, we have the Ten of Wands, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Wands, the element is that of air and fire. And when you think about the elements of air and fire together, it's a very dynamic, very action-oriented combination, which is really what the suit of Wands is all about. It's about change, movement, action, power. It's a very action-oriented, very dynamic, very movement-oriented suit. And the Ten of Wands, tens is a number that also represents the end of a cycle, the wrapping up of something, the culmination and coming full circle of something. You can see that the man in this picture is carrying these 10 wands, and I always get the feeling from this card that he's been carrying them for quite some time, and it's been a very heavy burden. These wands weigh a lot. They're so heavy that he can't even stand up straight. His back is completely bowed over by the weight of them. But I also get the impression that his destination, or the home, or the place that he's headed to, is just right around the corner, because he's looking upwards. And just the sheer mechanics of carrying a really heavy weight on your shoulders and your back. You usually keep your head down most of the time because to keep your head up while you're carrying this weight would really be tough on your neck. So I always have this feeling that he's been carrying these wands for a time, and his destination, his home, where he's headed to, he's almost there and he's looking up at it. He can see it. And it speaks, Aries, of being at a place where you're almost done, you're almost at the end, whatever it is that you've been walking through. And again, for those of you, I think it could be a relationship, and it's already established relationship that has gone through some struggles, and you've had a breakthrough of some kind, or just again this concept of love, that it's been a long hard slog, and you finally come to the point where you can lay this burden down, this heaviness, this mindset that you may have been carrying with you around love and around relationships, or how you feel about yourself in relationships. It's coming to an end. There's a certain cycle that's coming to an end, that's wrapping up. This man is almost there. He's, this is the Ten of Wands. He's almost reached that point where he can stop. He can reach his destination and put those wands down and stand up straight and take a deep breath again. And Aries, I really feel like you're coming to the end of a cycle in terms of, again, I just have this feeling it's almost as if it's how you view love. And again, for some of you, this is going to represent an actual new person coming into your life, and it's going to represent, it's as if this person, this relationship, this idea of love, there's just been some kind of breakthrough, and your whole view of love, it's almost as if you've woken up to the fact that you're in love, and almost for the first time you're seeing love with new eyes, and this thing that you've been carrying around is coming to an end. This cycle of how you've thought and how you've behaved and how you see yourself in this sector of your life is coming to an end. This Ten of Wands is paired with the Queen of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles, the element is that of earth, and Pentacles is a suit that points towards things in our earthly, tangible environment, typically things like money, finances, resources, property, assets, things like that. And the Queen of Pentacles points towards, this can represent an actual individual in your life, although I think that for the majority of you, it's more of an energy. But the Queen of Pentacles, queens represent individuals who've reached the mastery of their suit, or just energies about reaching a point in your life where things, again, almost have come full circle. This Queen of Pentacles is someone who has reached a point in her life where she has attained mastery over her physical, tangible environment. And it's a card that points towards prosperity and abundance, and one that's come through quite a long path of trials and errors, of successes and failures, triumphs and defeats. This woman has reached a point, or this man, this individual has reached a point where she has learned to use and maneuver the things in her physical, tangible world as the tools they are, rather than just survival mechanisms. And I really feel, Aries, like you're going through this, it's telling a story going through March, but I feel like this story for you has been going on for quite some time. Again, in this arena of love and relationships, and just your general experience and how you viewed yourself and viewed love and personal relationships in general. And I feel like it's been a long, hard slog for you, but that you've really come to a point where you've learned some valuable lessons. And I feel like you've made some kind of breakthroughs in how you view yourself, and they're breakthroughs which have led you to a place where it feels like you can lay it all down, you can let it go. For some of you, this is going to be, I think for a large portion of you, this is going to represent a letting go of a set of a mindset for you which has worked in terms of keeping you protected, a defensive mindset about love and relationships. And it could, again, be oriented towards a specific relationship, but it could be the introduction of a new person into your sphere that somehow helps. It's like a healing process that helps you reach this point. And I think that I think it's been a long time coming. I think this abundance and prosperity and success, the energies of the Queen of Pentacles, has been a long time coming. And the pairing of these two cards together ask you to have faith in that you've reached the end of it somehow, that there's a new beginning coming. Not even coming. I actually feel like it's already starting for you. But that it's been a long time coming, and it's something that sometimes it's really difficult to kind of verbalize it when I have so much swirling around in my head, as those of you who are readers probably understand. But it just feels like something has happened, Aries. You've met someone or someone that you've been involved with for a time. And again, this could be romantic love, sort of soulmate sort of connection. And it could just be somebody that you've been very close to. But it's as if all of a sudden you've just woken up and realized that love is actually there, that it's all around you, that it does exist, that you're seeing it with new eyes, and it's almost as if you're a student again, that you're learning about it, that you've been carrying this burden, and I feel again like for the majority of you, it's just kind of a mindset around it, but that you're coming to a point where that is all shifting. You're going to be able to lay this down. There's the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle, and it's going to be one of prosperity and abundance. And this can represent for some of you, because it is the queen of the energies of the Queen of Pentacles, an actual physical, tangible prosperity sense. This can also, again, represent for some of you, this Queen of Pentacles is going to represent the specific person that is this soulmate connection. And in a physical, tangible sense, there may also be, the added benefit that the person that you are involved with, or either on their side or on your side, also benefits your tangible physical world in some way. Perhaps your relationship with this person, you're able to benefit and help because of the financial place that you're coming from. You're able to actually improve and help them in their physical, tangible sort of financial life, or vice versa. It really depends on which Aries is watching, how this is going to resonate for you. But I feel like for the larger portion of you, it is about love and relationships, whether it's new or an already established one. But your view of love is actually changing. It's as if you're seeing it with fresh, new, young eyes. Now, next to that, and this is a great combination of cards to kind of underscore that message. We have the beautiful major arcana card of the Star, paired with the Six of Pentacles. So Aries, the Star. If I could attach one word to the Star card, one descriptive word, it would be faith. Because that's primarily what this card is about. It's about faith. It's about hope. There's a strong theme of restoration and healing in this card. And again, there's something about this relationship, whether it's new or already established, that has had and brings in a healing influence in your life in terms of how you see love and how you see yourself in relation to love. The Star card I often see in personal readings for people when it's kind of when they begin to believe again, when they begin to have faith again. For somebody, I've had this card come up for people in personal readings where in the past they went through an absolutely horrendous breakup, and they went through a rather long, grieving, angry sort of period. But the Star card represents that coming out of it kind of place where you come out of this long dark tunnel and you're coming into the sun again, and you're just starting to look around and realize, yep, the sun is still smiling. I think things might be okay again. Yes, yes, starting to hope, starting to believe again, starting to have faith that the wheel is on the upswing for you again, having faith and hope in the promise and potential of that. The Star card is a very strong message from God, Spirit, and universe, whatever your spiritual foundation is. I often refer to the major arcana cards as fingers of the divine, the energies of the divine, and their presence indicates something of significance and profound impact. And the Star card is a very strong message, Aries, to have faith and hope in this process that you're going through, and that it really is a gift. But to believe in it, to not doubt, to not be cynical and jaded about it, because I feel like some of you have kind of come from this restless, kind of jaded mindset. Again, about love and how you view yourself in relation to love, real, unconditional, true love. You can see on this card that this woman is this beautiful, bare-breasted woman. And again, that nakedness can imply a sense of vulnerability, but it also implies a sense of not being ashamed, of being completely open. Open to love, open to the possibilities of love, open to the possibilities for some of you that have had a string of negative experiences that maybe there is such a thing as real, true, unconditional love, real love. She is unreservedly pouring her pictures completely out into the water with perfect faith and perfect confidence that those pictures are going to be refilled because the source itself is limited. She believes in that source. She believes in that love. She believes in her connection to the divine. She has absolute faith that she's not going to go without. And that's what this card basically represents: hope, faith, restoration, healing. Uh, this is all the cards are pointing, Aries, towards this experience that you're going through is actually real, that you can trust in this. And there again is a strong element of healing for you, and it feels like it's been a long time coming. Like you've really been carrying that 10 of Wands. You've really been carrying whatever this is around for a long time. And for some of you, you may have been carrying it so long, again, this particular mindset of love and how you view yourself in that sector, so long that you don't even realize what a burden it's been. And for some of you, I mean, we do have a couple of Pentacles cards here. You can apply the same kind of energy towards your physical, tangible world. It could be, you know, you're starting a new business venture, two companies joining together, because that Two of Cups, while it is most commonly referred to as the soulmate card, at its most base form, it's really about a union, a very good divine union, a union that works on a lot of different levels rather in addition to just what you can see and feel and trust, or see and feel and touch. But this combination of cards, again, Aries, for the majority of you, is just going to represent having faith and hope in the healing and restorative powers of this love process that you're going through, this new shift in mindset. And the Star card is asking you to have faith in that, and to have faith that something beautiful is coming to fruition in your life. It's just about there, or it's just beginning. Again, like with that 10 of Wands and that Queen of Pentacles, it's saying you're wrapping up something. Something is ending. Something which has served you for a time. I think in terms of keeping you protected and keeping you defended, maybe based on some negative and painful experiences you've had in your life. But it's coming to an end, and um, again, this one is a little difficult to verbalize, Aries, because it just feels like you're dumping a great deal, and this beautiful new cycle is beginning. And the advice, the promise is you're just about there. It's coming. It's around the corner. It's been a long slog, and you've earned it. It's actually coming. Although I don't really believe that love is something that you have to earn. I think everyone is entitled to have it. The Star card, though, is paired with the Six of Pentacles, which is a card that can represent the giving of an actual gift. It can be the giving or the receiving of an actual gift. Um, and I feel like for the majority of you, it's going to be about getting or receiving a gift. But for others of you, it's going to be about giving a gift of some kind. Again, for some of you for whom this connection you have with somebody, this soulmate connection, this beautiful relationship that you've either had a new ideas, a new renewal about, or somebody new coming in, there is a Pentacles aspect, a tangible, earthly environment feel to it. And again, it could be that you are financially in a position to, not only just in the love realm, but in a financial and tangible realm, benefit and help this person's life too, or the opposite, or they with you. And the Six of Pentacles also underscores that either you're in a position to give, and you are giving to benefit this other person in your life, or they're giving to you. And for some of you, although I think it's a smaller portion of you, in terms of job and career, this is going to be, you know, coming to a place where you either are receiving assistance and a gift after really working hard and long on something, or vice versa. Now, the Star card paired with the Six of Pentacles, representing gifts, but there is a cautionary piece of advice to this Six of Pentacles too. It can point to a piece of advice that's saying, be intentional and clear and focused on where it is that you're giving a gift, or what you're actually doing with the gift that's being given to you, because you can see on this card that this man who seems to have, he appears to be a fairly well-to-do individual. He's dressed very nicely. He has enough pentacles to give away, but he's not being entirely intentional or focused on how he's giving them. He is just kind of throwing them willy-nilly out the window to these waiting, grasping hands, and not really paying attention to see where they land, if they're going where he wanted them to go, if he had a direction in which he wanted them to go, or if they're just falling on the ground to be kind of walked on. So there is a cautionary piece of advice for those of you for whom are giving or supporting or providing, benefiting someone else's life, this person that you're in a close relationship with, or just philanthropically in general, to be intentional and focused and clear on where you're giving of yourself, whether that's actual finances or just giving of your love and your time. But for the majority of you, this is just going to represent the giving and receiving of a gift in some way that affects your tangible life and as well as your emotional life in this relationship, either giving or receiving. And the pairing of the Six of Pentacles with the Star card is asking you to have faith in that coming. For those of you, again, I feel like for the majority of you, it's as if this relationship, there's a relationship with someone, either new or established, and this has been a real gift for you. It's really helping you shift your mindset about love, and or it's kind of in that transitioning beginning phase where you're just starting to see everything differently with new eyes. The Star card is asking you to have faith in that. I get the feeling that for some of you, you've just been kind of operating under this cynical, kind of jaded view of how you see the whole realm of love, the whole definition of love. Your experiences with love have just been difficult. So you've built up this shell, these walls about, you know, just what it's really about. In order to protect and defend yourself, and all of a sudden those protective walls, those barriers are crumbling for some reason. And I feel like it's in relationship to a person, either new or established, and it's kind of blowing them all to hell. And the Star card is asking you to have faith in that, to not doubt that it's coming, that it's a beautiful sort of thing meant for you, and that it's going to benefit your life in a variety of levels. And for a lot of you, it's going to be in some tangible way too, whether it's directly related to finances and money, or just, you know, maybe the melding of finances together. But it looks to be very beautiful. And overall, a very strong message of healing and faith, to have faith in this. It's almost as if you're right at that point where something is ending and something is beginning. It feels like it's a beginning kind of point, that kind of razor's edge where old foundations are crumbling, new ones are kind of pushing up through it. The image I'm getting in my head, and it's hard to kind of describe it. It's as if something new is pushing up from underneath and it's crumbling all these old foundations while this beautiful new thing is kind of bursting through. And it feels a little overwhelming and a little scary, and it's almost as if you want to hang on to your old beliefs because they were safe, they kept you protected. But the Star card is asking you, both the Ten of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, the Star card, the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and Two of Cups. It's beautiful, Aries. It's asking you to have faith in this process that you're going through. And we end the month at, or towards the end of the month, we have another beautiful, absolutely fantastic combination of the High Priestess, another major arcana card, and the Ace of Cups. What a great way to begin and end, Aries. We begin with the Three of Cups and the Two of Cups. Absolutely fantastic. And we end with the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. What a beautiful month for you. I'm almost a little jealous, but not really. I'm happy for you. So the High Priestess. The High Priestess is another major arcana card, and a very strong message again for you to trust in your feelings of this process, whatever you're going through, all the feelings that you're getting, not the fear, not the anxiety, not the doubts and concerns, but all the positive, beautiful things, to trust in that, to trust in your own instincts, your own intuition through this process. The High Priestess is primarily about that. The High Priestess is a deeply spiritual and extraordinarily intuitive individual or energies, and she has absolute faith and absolute confidence in every step that she takes, because she is so grounded in her own sense of intuition and in her own trust in her divine path and her connection with the divine, that she knows she's on the right path. She doesn't doubt where she's going. She knows she's going to get there, and that it's all part of a plan, and that the timing is right. This is about going within. Every one of us possesses this range of emotions within, Aries, a sort of moral compass, and our instincts and intuition, a way of appropriating our own action. And the High Priestess represents being at a place where you're completely in tune with that. No matter what's going on the outside, you're completely grounded in that on the inside and in faith in your path. And it's a beautiful, beautiful card to have sitting right next to the star card. Both major arcana cards, Aries, and both very beautiful, both about having faith, restoration, peace, healing, trusting in what's happening, trusting in what's coming. For those of you for whom this process hasn't quite started, it is almost going to be immediately upon you. Trust in that, have faith in that, trust in your own intuitions. And also, if you get little signs, Aries, the High Priestess speaks of little signs, little random things that may mean nothing to anybody else but strike you, resonate with you. Pay attention to those. They're there for a reason. If you have dreams about this, pay attention to them. They're messages typically being sent to you. But again, trust in your own instincts, your own intuition about this process, and your own divine connection, because this is new emotional beginnings. We have the Ace of Cups here. The High Priestess is telling you, it's just like a repeated message over and over again. I feel a little like a broken record in this. Aries, which I hope this reading isn't coming across as that, because I don't like watching readings where people tend to repeat themselves too much. But it's as if every combination of cards is echoing the same thing. This beautiful process is happening. The end of a cycle, the end of a period of seeing yourself a certain way and looking at love a certain way. It's as if the veil has been lifted from your eyes, but it feels a little scary, a little overwhelming. But it's abundant and prosperous and fertile, and it is a real gift, and one that you can have faith in and trust in. It's going to be very healing for you, and it's going to represent new emotional beginnings for you. For some of you, this is going to represent this relationship. And again, I feel like it's an actual human being, a relationship, a person that's helping heal you somehow, that they're bringing you to a point where you're actually believing in love, either again or for the first time. Cups again is that suit about love and emotions and relationships, and aces represent new beginnings, the seeds of new beginnings, the promise and potential of beautiful, emotional, lovely love things that can be built on now and in the future. And for those of you that are in a currently established relationship, again, it's almost as if this person has been part of this long journey, and they've been very patient and very faithful, and you're just waking up and looking at them and looking at love and going, wow, maybe it really is true. Maybe it really is there. And it's just sparked off this whole new beginning for you, both in the relationship and in yourself. New emotional beginnings, new love, a new mindset, and new eyes of love. So what a beautiful way to end the month, Aries. From beginning to end, it's been very beautiful. It feels like it's been a bit of a long slog, and it's been hard to have faith, and sometimes it feels like you haven't, but that this is really a gift. And for those of you for whom this hasn't manifested yet, it's right there. You're just right at the end of the cycle and going into this transition. And your crowning card, Aries, was the Page of Cups. Again, that suit about love and emotions and relationships. And the page represents, messages, messengers. It can represent young people and actual children. For some of you, the other person may be a person younger than you, or somebody, if it's not reflected in chronological age, just has a very youthful, enthusiastic, sunny disposition. But this is about, it can also be about apprenticeship. It's about learning. And again, I just feel like it's love, regardless of what age you are, Aries. It feels like it's almost like a puppy. You're seeing love through new eyes. You're learning about love. For some of you, this isn't going to resonate as an actual romantic love relationship. It can be a relationship with different foundations, but just as true and just as unconditional. And for some of you, this is going to be your spiritual path. This is going to resonate as your spiritual path. New beginnings, looking at love through new eyes, just a really, truly beautiful, beautiful combination. And one that's gone on for a while. I don't tend to do readings this long, but feels like there was a lot to get through. So Aries, love, letting go, hope and faith, new beginnings, being a student of love. What a beautiful reading, and I'm so happy to have been able to bring it to you. So Aries, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it's resonated for you. I hope it's brought you some insight and clarity and some hope, because there is plenty of it here to be had. And again, for those of you who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About sign for more information or email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. And I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the March mid-month readings. And until then, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thanks for watching, Aries, and I'll see you later.